Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Where is this? Huh. Well, might as well start looking around. More specifically, what is this? And why is it glowing?
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Huh. Long slumber then, huh? Alright. We got a Sheikah slate. A mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there's something familiar about it. And so a door opens. Look at all this stuff. There's even chests around. I suppose it's a good idea to, dress up. Of course. With both a shirt and some pants. Now we got some trousers. But there's another terminal like this.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
Okay. It's like a tag.
Authenticating. Sheikah slate confirmed.
Oh. I didn't know it was daytime already. Well...
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
I still don't know who's talking to me. But well... as long as we have... energy... we can get out. And with that... welcome, everybody, to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is a beautiful game with a beautiful story. Very different from every other Zelda game. And infinite possibilities. Alright, welcome to the Great Plateau. My name is Pepper. And let's begin! This is going to be a 100% Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, meaning that I will be getting absolutely every single collectible in the game, as well as going through every single one of the things that we can do over in the game, starting with the tutorials. Using weapons, we can attack using the Y button. I am playing the Switch version of the game. Controls don't differ too much from the Wii U version, but this is the Switch version of the game. Now, you swing your weapons around with the Y button. If you're swinging a sword or something akin to a sword around and you do a circle with a control stick and then press the button, you will do a spin attack. Spin attacks consume stamina. Stamina is a returning mechanic from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. You can also run, just as well as in that game, and it will also consume stamina. And, as well as you saw before, you can also climb surfaces, and that will also consume stamina. This time around, instead of collecting hearts in the overworld, we have food. We have collected a Hylian shroom, a common mushroom found near trees around Hyrule. Eat it to restore half a heart. We can climb up on surfaces and start collecting other stuff around ourselves. This is an open world adventure game. And man, is it amazing. I love this game. I love this game so much. I've played it a bunch. Hello. I've played it a bunch of times. I've 100%ed it twice up till now, which is, it's very not easy to do. It is very time consuming. And this will be my third time doing it. And I hope to have a lot of fun doing it. Just as much, if not more fun, this third time around, now that I am sharing this adventure with you guys. We have wildlife as well over here. Let's not do anything to them. They just disappear after a little while after noticing us. But yeah, Link has to scavenge around and get materials for his own survival this time around. So for example, there's an apple on this tree. We can take it, and now we have an apple, a common fruit found on trees all around Hyrule. Eat it fresh or cook it to increase its effect. Got another apple, and if you come over here, look at this. There's another apple, but this one is baked. Direct heat has softened and sweetened this apple. Eat it to restore 3/4 of a heart instead of half of them.
I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go about and taking whatever you please. Forgive me, I could not resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. It is a bit strange to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this?
I really don't know where we are.
Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule.
What is that?
That temple there. Long ago, it was a site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self.
That's sad.
Oh,
Then what are you doing?
I'm relaxing by the fireside, of course. Although, I'll need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Simple foods such as apples are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on a fire makes them tastier and more nutritious. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service.
Thank you, old man. Huh?
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Oh, okay. We have a marker over here. Follow the Sheikah slate. Alright. And now it's on our map. I'm gonna borrow your torch, old man.
Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it?
To set things on fire, of course.
That is rather unnerving. Please be cautious with that around in dry grass that might catch fire. You know, there are plenty of monsters in this area. That torch could make a good weapon, if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them.
And we can lock onto them. Thank you for that, old man. So yeah, combat basics. You can lock on, center the camera behind you, grab your weapon, and fight. As it said, you can also switch the weapon that you're carrying with the right button, and then using the right stick. We have 2 tree branches and a torch. If you want, you can set things on fire, like this. I'm sorry, old man. And swing it around. You can set things on fire like that too. At the very least, for now, it doesn't serve much purpose except create a draft. Let's grab this. A woodcutter's axe. A woodcutter's tool of choice for felling trees. Its formidable weight and uneven balancing make it a slow, inefficient weapon. Link can carry multiple types of weapons and use different types of weapons. These are sword-like objects, one-handed swords, and this is a two-handed weapon. Yep. So, different types of weapons for different types of situations. For now, let's go back to the tree branch and jump down here. Let's go for a swim.
You found me. Huh? You're not Hestil. But you can, see me. I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hestil, please return this to him.
A Korok Seed?
Oh, and my friends are hiding in lots of different places too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places.
So it says. Yep, those are Koroks. First introduced in the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Now, they're the main collectible, well not the main, but the most abundant collectible in this game. Let's grab this rusty broadsword first. This once fearsome sword has seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but also breaks quickly. Throw your weapon by aiming and holding. If your weapon is about to break, because this game has a durability system, and you want to deal more damage with it, you can throw your weapon easily by pressing the button. That will usually end up being a critical hit, which means that you will deal double damage. For now, there's not much else to check down here, so why not swim over to this little rock and then over to the surface. Let's go check that thing out. Oh, hello. There's fish around. You're also able to catch fish as part of your nutriments, whatever you require. For now, I think I missed my chance. So let's just let them be. And we can come back for fish later on. For now, let's just move around. And let me explain some of the other controls. If you press the left control stick, Link can crouch. This will make you stealthy. As long as you're in tall grass and you are not making a lot of noise, you will be able to sneak behind enemies. You can see how much you're making right to the left of the map, of the mini-map. There's, well, it's sound waves. You can see your sound waves around. So if the sound waves are very, very big, that means that you're making a lot of noise, and it's more probable that your enemies will find you. You will do less noise if you're crouching, and you will do a lot more noise if you're running than if you're just walking. There's also a quick step option for this. If you press the X button, you will jump, meaning that you can go faster. If you manage to sneak behind an enemy, you can perform a sneak strike, just like that. Defeating enemies can give you materials, such as this Bokoblin Horn, the Severed Horn of a Bokoblin, a creature often encountered on the plains of Hyrule. It isn't edible, but it can be tossed into a stew with some critters to make an elixir. And you can grab some of their weapons, if they're using any. Most of the time, they will drop their weapon. That was good. That was her first enemy. It also serves to be stealthy because there's critters around, and if you can manage to grab some of the critters, as the description for the horn said, you will be able to craft potions or elixirs. For example, here's a summerwing butterfly, a butterfly found in the woods and plains of warm regions. Its wings will absorb the warmth of the sun. Cook it with monster powers to create an elixir that makes you feel warm and fuzzy. And that will actually be helpful to us later on. Now, as for combat, you can also dodge with the same X button you can backflip, side jump, and you can get hurt like that. Then again, you can also just hit them like that. That broke. But you can also steal their weapons immediately, leaving them without a weapon, meaning less attack for them, and more advantage for you. That bokoblin was guarding this. Some Hylian trousers, which for us is better. Oh, wait, I pressed the wrong button. That was the minus button for the map. The plus button is for the inventory. We're using some well-worn trousers. If you switch over to Hylian trousers, there you go. That adds up to our defense. So we're gonna want to check for more equipment and make our defenses better. For now, we're doing mighty fine. Let's follow that. Oh, and there's a camp. Alright, we have multiple options on how to deal with enemies. A lot of people just like to do this because this game is physics-based. Opposite to a lot of different other Zelda games in which, you know, things are done in a specific way. In this one, everything is physics-based, so you can find multiple different solutions for puzzles or to deal with enemies. This time around, I decided to explode those kegs down there, avoiding a conflict and just being able to steal everything that they had in their camp. We got some seared steak, we got another Boko Club, we got some horns, a bokoblin fang, a tooth obtained from a bokoblin. So yeah, this is a very good way to just grab materials, avoid getting hurt, and well, that camp over there is not gonna be on our way. However, look at that over there. There's more. Let's see if we can sneak behind these bokoblins and be on our way. We're very close now to the marker. We just want to make sure that we don't get spotted, because then we'll have multiple enemies on our tail, and we have basically no equipment. So let's come over here, say hello to Mr. Guy, and if you you can try to crouch immediately, but it didn't work this time. We got a bow, a boko bow, a basic bokoblin bow made of wood. It's made by taking any tree branch and just tying a string to either end, so don't expect much in the way of combat effectiveness. However, it's good enough. We can draw our bows and release them to fire, but of course we're going to need arrows for that. And we can get some arrows from defeating enemies that use bows. We can also change our bows by drawing it, and then using the same as our weapons. Now that one over there has a shield. Different, right? Not even we have a shield. Well, let's try this. That one had a bundle of arrows. If we're sneaking and draw our bow, we can shoot it in the face. That will be a critical hit and immediately get rid of him. We got some arrows, a bokoblin horn. We got the traveler's sword that the bokoblin was using, so a very common sword often kept by travelers to fend off small beasts. It's fairly durable, but a bit unreliable against monsters. And the shield that the bokoblin was using. Boko Shield, a bokoblin-made shield created by attaching a handhold to any flat tree bark picked up off the ground. It's pretty shoddy, so don't expect it to last very long, but at the very least now we have a shield. We can draw our weapon, and we'll go into a little bit more of combat later on. For now, we're all the way over to the mark. So, once again, the Sheikah Slate should be able to do something about this.
Place the Sheikah Slate on a pedestal.
Okay. Sure thing. In the slot, right? Just like this?
Sheikah Tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks.
Wait, what? What do you mean watch for fall? Oh. And it wasn't the only one. Oh, certainly a thing. This is the Great Plateau Tower.
Distilling local information.
Okay. Fun fact, the runes over there can be translated into actual English. And now we've got ourselves a map. Huh.
Regional map extracted.
Thank you for that. Well, that was good enough. Huh?
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Before the end of the world. Alright, well, we followed the Sheikah Slate. So I guess it's time for us to go down. There's no way to go down through any of these two, so I suppose it's time to go down through here. No problems at all. You can just come on down. Don't worry about the fall damage. There's no fall damage at this height. In between steps, of course.
It would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long-dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything occur while you were atop that tower? Well, I heard a voice. Well now, a voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice?
No.
I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle?
I actually do. That's what the boys asked of me.
I had a feeling you would say that. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain, or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story.
Paraglider?
Oh, piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. Worry not, I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby?
Well, if treasure's what you want, treasure's what we are going to get. Open adventure log so that we can see our quests.
Come, let me show you something.
If we press it, we can see the quests that we have. We have main quests, and we will unlock more stuff later on. For now, let's follow the old man. Well, Something that I really appreciate about this game, not only with the equipment, meaning the clothes that Link has, but also with every other piece of equipment in your inventory, it is visible on Link's body, whatever you have equipped. For example, if we equip the Traveler's Sword, you can see that it got sheathed, like that, and we got a sheath now. Like that. It's such a nice little detail that not all Zelda games have. Just the fact that you can see the quiver moving and the shield changes, it's very, very nice. Alright, old man, what is it?
Do you see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light?
Yeah, I can see that.
It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground.
Interesting then. So you think they're related?
I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe.
Well, greed for practicality. A fair change, I suppose. Come on. Yes, we got Hyrule Bass. Bass. An ordinary fish that can be found all over Hyrule. It can be eaten raw, but cooking it amplifies its healing benefits. Alrighto. Yeah, there's plenty of fish. You can just grab them as soon as you get near them. Like that. Very, very easy. You can also try fishing for them with either spears, because you can find spears in this game, or we will find other ways to get fish later on. For now, there's another summer wing butterfly. There we go. Got it. And these little statue things over here, if you come near them and search them, as we saw before, you can find stuff. Ancient screw, a screw used in ancient machinery. It's made of an unknown material, and no matter how many times it's turned, its threads never seem to show any signs of wear. So very durable, I suppose. Let's try swimming through this side. Getting another Hyrule Bass. Whenever you see a dash button, that means that you're going to be using up a little bit more stamina. Swimming also uses up stamina, normally. So just try to optimize and not drown. If you drown, you will actually lose health. And we already lost half a heart before with that Bokalban, so let's just be careful with it, shall we? Alright, welcome to the Oman Au Shrine. Now, something that I didn't talk about so far before entering the shrine is this. There's DLC for this game, and I will be covering everything in the game, including DLC. Now, there's some stuff that will be more convenient to cover as long as we go through the adventure normally, and there's some stuff that I will leave for a specific moment in time. These chests, I will try to cover as we go along, because they are just equipment, and they're just stuff that you can use in the game regularly. So if I come across something like this will give me a ruby, a precious red gem mined from large ore deposits found throughout Hyrule. Rubies contain the power of fire and have fetched a high price since ancient times. And that's it, because that's a little bit of a bonus. Now, let's put the Sheikah Slate on the Oman Au Shrine. By doing that, we activate the shrine.
Sheikah Slate confirmed.
This will give us access not only to the shrine, but
Trafficate registered to map. Access granted.
it will also act as a fast travel point. There you go. And if we come over here and examine this, we will indeed go down into the shrine.
To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Oman Au, in the name of the goddess Hyla. I offer this shrine.
Welcome to the Magnesis Trial in the Oman Au Shrine. This is where we will be getting one of our main means of acting in this game, thanks to this little pedestal over here.
Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling room.
Indeed, instead of items throughout this game, what we will be getting are runes. You know, we already have our equipment, we already have a bow, but instead of having a lot of other things, we have runes on our Sheikah Slate that are going to be our utilities. Kind of like Batman's utility belt if you think about it. Something like that.
Well, extracted.
We got magnesis. Manipulate metallic objects using magnetism. Grab onto metallic objects using the magnetic energy that pours forth from the magnesis rune. Objects held in the magnetic snare can be lifted and moved freely. Alright. Thank you for the Sheikah Slate. And we can use our runes with the L button. We can switch runes by pressing up. For now, we only have magnesis, so let's use it. And just like that, we've opened up the way. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Say hello, and let's get moving. Now, every one of these shrines will have at the very least one treasure chest. That means that you can actually check that on your map. If you open up your map on top of each of these shrines, you will be able to see if you've cleared it or not by checking the light on it. If it's orange, it is not cleared. And if it's blue, it means that it's cleared. So far, we haven't cleared a single one. You can check the name of the shrine as well as what it entails. For now, let's concentrate on getting this. And I will get into the chests when we find one. We got that one. Let's put this down and move it over. Thank you for opening the path for us, except it didn't. There we go. Path open. Oh! Enemy. You can also hit enemies with your with whatever object you're using magnesis on. That was a little bit of an ancient one, so we got an ancient screw out of it. The materials that you get usually correspond to the monsters that you are defeating, so you might want to be on the lookout for a specific type of monster in order to get a specific type of material at any given point. Now we got 2 cubes over here. And if we stack them, one on top of another, let's get that a little bit closer to us, we might be able to cross. Now, like I said, there's multiple ways of clearing every single puzzle. We could have gotten that plank and put it over here in order to make a bridge. Taking the first bridge out, of course, but then letting us proceed. We won't need to go back anyway, so why not do that? And now we got a chest all the way over here. This is what I was referring to. We got a traveler's bow, a new type of bow, and we can immediately equip it. Now, if you look over here, there's a small little treasure chest sign inside, or to the side of the name of the shrine. That means that we have gotten every single treasure chest inside of the shrine. This is important because it counts towards completion, so we will be paying attention to every single chest inside of every single one of the shrines. As it goes, we have finished the trial, and we've reached a monk?
You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I am Oman Au, the creator of this tribe. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of Goddess Hylia and dedicated to helping those
who seek to defeat Ganon.
With your new arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of Goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb.
Oh. Pretty little orb. Spiritual thing that went into my chest. And as such, we get a spirit orb, a symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. And it restored our health too.
May the goddess smile upon you.
And so he goes. Oh, well. That was a neat little trial. Oh, hello? Oh, hi there.
It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done.
Paraglider, please?
I encourage you to slow down for a moment, my courageous friend. The appearance of those towers and awakening of this shrine. It is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there.
Paraglider, please?
I have yet to finish speaking. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider.
That wasn't a deal.
Oh, well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure that won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about it you make your way to the top of that tower again?
Got it.
I admire your eagerness, but allow me to teach you something else before you go. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate. See those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower.
True.
You can travel instantly to any of those places with a Sheikah slate.
Oh. Okay.
Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such.
Well, let's try it then. If you wanted to meet us at the top of the tower, let's just go to the top of the tower. By the way, that little message told us that we have unlocked the Hero's Path mode. Hero's Path was part of the first DLC pack, and it lets you see exactly what you did, or rather, it lets you see exactly the path that you took from the moment that you started playing up until the moment that you are currently at. So, yeah, that's useful just in case that you want to remember what you did. It does save multiple hours. Hello, old man. How do you get here so fast?
I'm surprised it took you so long to catch up with an old man like me.
How did you...
Oh, leave an old man his secrets. Now then, I wanted you to join me up here so you could use this as a vantage point to search for shrines. Did you know about the scope on your Sheikah slate? Look through it, and you can stick a pin anywhere you'd like to mark on the map.
And that's how we do. We press on the right stick and we place a pin with the A button.
The pins on your map serve as reference points for your travels. Just stick a pin anywhere you're interested in.
I got it.
Go ahead and take a look if you feel inclined to do so.
Alright. So, if we look from here, we will be able to see the shrine that we were just at. We can see a forest over there, which is, for me, a point of interest, so let's mark the forest for now. Let's look somewhere else. All the way over at the top of the mountain. Well, there's a shrine over there, so let's try to get there. There's another tower, but I don't think we're going to be able to get there. Not for now. If we look all the way over here, there's another shrine right there. And down through here, there's some ruins and another shrine. That's cool. In order to get all the way over there, I see some different trees over there, so we might as well check that over there. Now we've gotten all of our pointers. Let's try going down. Nope. Bye.
Oh, if you still wish to acquire the paraglider, you must put in the effort. I will not simply give it away, you see.
Well, we'll see about that. We can do the exact same thing we did before, or we can just try to warp. For now, I think it's better if we just go down from here, because we're halfway in between the shrine that we went through before and the nearest shrine, I would say. The nearest one, yes. So let's go over here. Alright, so that's the one that we came out of. There's an enemy camp over there. Might as well just take a look over there. Let's see what these enemies are up to. Now, something important to note about enemy camps. You can usually see sentries like this one over here. They will be on the lookout and trying to get or find any intruder. If you manage to take the lookout out, they will not alert the other ones. The lookouts usually have horns that they can blow on, and that will alert the other enemies to your presence. Now, however, we just alerted them ourselves. Let me switch my weapon, though.
Let's use something a little bit more disposable for now. Hello. And this is a perfect dodge. Whenever you perfect dodge, you can use a Flurry Rush. A Flurry Rush will let you... Oh, thank you, changing shields. A Flurry Rush will let you attack enemies multiple times in a very small amount of time, dealing perfect damage. You can access it by sidestepping or backflipping at the perfect moment when you're getting attacked. Usually just when they're swinging. By defeating all the enemies in an enemy camp, you will unlock a monster chest. These usually contain useful stuff. For now, let's just jump up and open it. What will it be? What will it be? A Traveler's Sword. A very common sword often kept by travelers. Yep, our inventory's full. This can happen a lot, especially at the beginning of the game. Now, we have 3 of these BOGO clubs. Actually, no, let's drop this one. The used one. Was that the one? Yes, the one that is used is left down there. Because these have... this can break. Now, let's get with that Traveler's Sword and move over. Let me introduce you to this. These are pots, and you can cook. We have materials here. If you press the Y button, they will be sorted out by type. You can cook your regular foods, or you can combine stuff. For example, if I have the Summer Wing Butterfly, I can hold it, and I can place it with a couple of bokoblin horns, and then go back to the game, and I can cook them together. It's a critter with some monster parts, and by doing this, we successfully get a spicy elixir. Grants a low-level warming effect, increasing your resistance to cold environments. Very useful when exploring snow-covered mountains. Which we're gonna have to do in not too long, so might as well be getting to cooking. I hope that all of these, I hope that it's not really like boring to you guys hearing all these tutorial-y things. Because, I mean, this game has some very in-depth stuff. I will go over some of the details on combat, on stats, weapons, and whatnot later on. For now, I really don't want to make this just centered on all the, like, boring or super in-depth stuff. I really want to have a lot of fun, guys, and I want you guys to have fun as well. So, how are we doing so far? If you've been enjoying the video so far, please leave a like down below, let me know, and, tell me what you're thinking on the comments. Maybe some of your first experiences with this game. Had you played a Zelda game before knowing this one? A lot of people entered the series with this, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, yeah, please do share it with me. For now, we're all the way over here to the ruins that we saw before. And remember those statue things? Let's see if we can examine a couple of them again. I want to find some more materials. Like, such as here, an ancient screw. Got another one. Cool. Hello? Oh. Uh-oh. Hi, mister. Oh, red beams are not okay. Not in my book. And we're dead. That's it. Game over. This gets me to the next one of the features in this game. We're playing on normal mode, so this game autosaves constantly. Whenever you are hit and get a game over, you will return... Oh, we got an ancient gear this time! A gear used in ancient machinery. Despite being incredibly old, its build quality is leaps and bounds above anything built using current technology. Nice. So yeah, as I was saying, you get autosaves, and the frequency with which the game autosaves varies in between what happens in the game or not. You can get a lot of stuff happening with the autosaving. You can just load back up. Let's see if I can get this. That is a perfect guard, also known as a parry. If you press the A button while holding your shield, you are able to deflect enemy attacks. Let me get stuff without getting burnt. This is an ancient spring. A spring used in ancient machinery. It is light and buoyant enough to float on water, and no matter how many times it's compressed, it never loses tension. Let me get stuff before getting burnt any further. Okay, thank you very much. That over there was a decayed guardian. We've seen guardians around, and, well, they are immobile, but that one was alive. Welcome to the Baij Shrine, by the way. The best way to get rid of guardians or to fight guardians is by parrying. Timing gets a little bit of time to get accustomed to, but if you're able to master it, you will never have a problem fighting a guardian. Let's activate this new shrine here, though. And go back in. Down the hatch. Please. Down we go. And out we come. Hello? To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Baij. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Welcome to the bomb trial in the Baij Shrine. I wonder what room we're gonna get here now. Of course.
Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling room.
Thank you very much. The text on these pedestals is also different from the ones on the towers. Yeah. And we get not one, but two different rooms. The remote bomb. A bomb that can be detonated remotely. The force of the blast can be used to damage monsters or destroy objects. There are both round and cube bombs, so use whichever best fits the situation.
Round extracted.
Of course, round bombs will be good for whenever you want to roll them around. Cube bombs will be better if you want them to stay in place. There we go. So now we can switch rooms. We can just grab this out, throw it out, and detonate it. There we go. Now we know how to use bombs. If you don't want to wait until the rune recharges, you can also just switch quickly. And they have separate charging meters. Or loading meters. We got a Traveler's Claymore, but our inventory is full, so time for us to leave yet another Bobo Club. They are the lower, they have the lower attack for now, and we would do well with a Traveler's Claymore, so we are interested in that. Let's throw this out. Boom. And off we go into the next one. Whenever you're not certain if you've gotten everything inside of a shrine, you can just press the map button. So we haven't gotten every single one of those, every single one of the chests. Let's throw that and do that. That way we don't have to wait. And not least, mechanism, ball, throwing. So come over here with a round bomb and let it go all the way over there. Let's keep an eye out on it from here. It goes, and we can detonate pretty easily. However, I don't want to go there just yet because all the way over on this side we have yet another treasure chest. You can only get through it by getting launched like a ball. And we got some amber. I didn't really read the description for amber, but hey, we're gonna find more, don't worry about it. If your stamina wheel runs out, you'll be too tired to do certain actions until it fills back up again. And we're done. If we check the map, we've gotten every single treasure chest down here in Baij Shrine, so we're good. Time to keep on going. Hello, monk.
Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you the spirit orb.
Off it comes from your chest. Your heart belongs to me now. Into my chest. We got it, another spirit orb. That's number 2.
May the goddess smile upon you.
Thank you so much. He vanished again. Well, all the shrines are very much like this, so from this point on, after I get to the shrine, I'm gonna skip the entrance section and the ending sections because they are very time consuming. Alright. Hello. Let's use this on you. These are Stalpa Goblins. And they will not perish unless you finish their heads off. They only have 1 HP, but they can be pretty annoying because they can group on you. And you can grab their arms as weapons. A skeletal arm that keeps moving even after it's severed from its body. It's kind of gross to strap it to your bag, but it'll do in a pinch. It's old and fragile, so it's quick to break. We have it now. Let's throw it away. I really don't want it. I'd rather have that. Alright, that's good. Now, whenever you see rocks that are shaped like that have crosses on them, you can use your bumps and open up a way. That's cool, right? And we have another Decayed Guardian over there. Let's search this, get an Ancient Screw, and get our shields ready. Uh-oh. If you get hit by one of these lasers, you're pretty much going to lose your shield. So make sure that you master it as long as you have shields. You will be able to practice so long as you have shields. A lot of ancient springs, and now we got an ancient shaft, a machine part using ancient machinery. It's incredibly sturdy, and it's not made of any recognizable material. It may come in handy someday. And let's just grab all of these materials. That's good enough. We got a Stalpacoblin over here with a spear. A spear. Okay. If you get a critical hit on any of these guys, they will immediately lose all their health instead of having to hit them once to make them... Okay, there we go. To make them decompose into their parts. Yeah. Oh, hello. There's a door over here. What's this? Up the plateau you go. And there was a rock below it. If you grab it, there's a Korok down below. We found him. And we got another Korok Seed. Bye-bye. I don't think I actually told you guys before, but there's 900 of those little critters hidden around the world, so... yeah, when I say this is gonna be a 100%... Well, that was a thing. I did it before time. Darn it. The good thing is, because we just got a Korok Seed, we had just saved. So, no harm, no foul, I guess. There's an X on the map whenever you get a game over that will indicate where you got the game over at. So if you want to avoid a specific point in the map, you can always check that. Wow, okay. There we go. Not a problem, not a problem. We defeated is the monster. And so it shall go. Alright. As long as we're coming on this side... Oh, no to both of you. Got some more monsters. Say hello to the keys. One of the more traditional monsters in Zelda games. They also have just 1 HP, so whatever you hit them with will defeat them. And they leave Key's eyeballs and Key's wings. A rare material dropped by a defeated Keys. It's fun to look at, but it doesn't seem to have much use at first glance. Must it be good for something? Usually, elixirs. And Key's wings. The wing of a Keys. It's covered with very short, sharp fur. It's not very much used by itself, but you can mix it with critters to make something useful. There we go. Grabbing the materials, and let's just keep it going now. Alright. We have some more markers to attend to. Let's try to do that. Whenever you're looking around during the night, I think this is just like such a peaceful way to be. This game gives me so much peace, man. As you can notice, probably by this point you will have noticed, music is very light, very ambiental, very ambient. These guys are sleeping. And if you do that, they will be chased by bees, giving us the perfect chance to raid their place, get another bow. We can't have any more weapons. But for example, we can use that opportunity to get a critical hit in, fight you, and before you get to your weapon, fight you. That's good. We got some bokoblin horns. And that's it, just bokoblin horns. However, we did throw this out of the tree, so let us grab a coarser bee honey. Honey straight from the hive is chock full of nutrients. Cooking this into a meal unlocks the potential of these nutrients and provides a stamina recovering effect. So yeah, cooking different ingredients together will have different effects. Now, I did put the marker over there. That's definitely not where I wanted to put it, but it is close enough. Let me just take it off for now. Sunset Firefly. These fireflies glow gently in the dark. When cooked with monster parts, the compound that causes it to glow results in an elixir that will allow you to move more quietly. So this will enhance stealth. Very, very useful whenever you see a lot of enemies and you don't want to fight them all. Or you basically just want to sneak strike in. Let us grab some of these. Now this tree has a lot of apples on the top part, right? We have a woodcutter's axe. Let's cut some wood. 2 hits from the axe will usually be enough to get a tree down, no matter its size. And if you chop it again, you get some wood. Very, very good. And if we come over to this rock, we find another type of ingredient, a rushroom, a mushroom that can grow almost anywhere but prefers ceilings and sheer cliffs. Cook it before eating to temporarily increase your movement speed. Now watch out here, you're not increasing your stamina with this. It will consume the same amount of stamina. You will simply move faster and consume your stamina faster. Let's grab the other one. One by itself is not going to do much help for us. There's another enemy camp over there, but we can just avoid that for now. We can also come over here. The old man is leaping. How are you doing? How do you get these places so fast, old man? And, oh, you got a diary. Well, as long as you don't get mad at us, I'll read it. On this desolate plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. And today, I outdid myself. Truly, I created the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood dry. This recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, even when traveling in the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer have need to that itchy warm doublet. I do not know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. I know it contained raw meat and spicy pepper. However, I simply cannot remember what else I used. My AH is catching up to me. Sadly, on this lonely plateau, I have only my own knowledge and memory to rely on. Still, if I did find someone who knew the missing ingredient, I would happily reward them with my warm doublet. However, it seems unlikely that such a miraculous wish will ever be fulfilled. Well, we don't have any meat, at least not any meat that is uncooked. We do have some seafood, as the name would imply. So for now, well, we can't take this woodcutter's axe, so, hey old man, do you want me to remind you of your recipe?
What is it? Just when I was finally able to fall asleep.
What are you doing?
Can you tell when an old man is sound asleep? Let's talk in the morning. There's a fire outside if you're looking to pass the time.
And that's very good advice. Let's get this stem mushroom, a green mushroom that grows near trees in the forest. It's chock full of natural energy. Cook it to release its stamina restoration properties. And a baked apple. You can pass the time freely if you sit by a fire. However, before we do that, I do want to cook first the stem mushroom, just by itself. Cook this one over here. And got it! We got an energizing mushroom skewer that will restore 1 heart and give us a little bit of stamina back. And if we come over to the menu again, I want to hold a couple of these and get some, the coarser honey that we got a little bit beforehand. So let's cook the apples with the honey. And we got an energizing honeyed apple. This will restore 6 hearts and give us quite a bit of stamina back. Instantly refills some of your stamina wheel, a juicy sweet and sour dish combining newly ripened apples with honey. We got plenty with that. That's nice. There will be more stuff that we can be that we're going to be able to get. For now, I really don't need much else. We can grab some of these fireflies if we want to move a little bit faster. I don't really want to do make an elixir for that for now. So we can just very easily come over here. There's a chasm. chasm. But if we do this... Log uncovered. We don't want to turn this into wood, though. And fastly cross. Just very quickly. We got some acorns over here. Each one restores a quarter of a heart. And now we got some bokoblins guarding. How about no? Okay. How about no? Try it. Just try me. It's gonna spin around and... Ow! Okay. Be careful not to get launched out of here. Go. Ow. Don't get launched. Don't get launched below. Don't get launched below. That's very close. How about no? Stay away. And give me the Boko Spear. Except we can't use that. Okay, alright, alright, alright. I got you. Throw that Boko club at its face. And grab the spear. If the weapon breaks, is what I said before, you will get a critical hit against the enemy. Now you may want weapons for their practical uses, or you may want the weapons for their uses in combat. Both are very good, and we will find ways to get even more weapons later on. For now, we're doing great, and we should start climbing towards that other shrine that we saw right on top of us. If you want to climb a little bit faster, you can always jump, but that will consume 1/8 of a stamina wheel. So be careful with that. If you want to get more, you can rest while you're climbing, and that usually gets you a little bit better. The stamina that you consume when climbing goes by faster if you're climbing directly upwards. If you're climbing diagonally or sideways, you will consume less stamina as it requires a little bit less strength from your body. Very, very interesting indeed the way that they programmed all this in. To be 100% honest, this game is amazing. Okay, we got a rush room. Next stop is all the way over there, so might as well start climbing on this side. And be careful not to run out of stamina. This is why you would want to move a little bit faster, because it does take a little while for you to, you know, get climbing. But hey, no matter, no worries. We're just doing fine. Grabbing another rush room, thank you. And coming all the way up here. Cool. Next up is right around the corner. Or maybe we can just fall down like that. Uh-oh. That was not okay, man. That was not okay. I did not mean to do that. I really did not mean to do that. I think we're gonna be fine. Please tell me when I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Okay. Okay. Getting to this point means that we're gonna be fine. Cool. Oh. Up. Remember, diagonally consumes a little bit less of your stamina per second, so might help you out a little bit just to climb a little bit higher. And coming all the way over here, we're all the way up. Cool. Now let's go up again. If you go directly up, you won't have any problems. And if your stamina wheel is red, you will get a gigantic boost to your jumps. Welcome to the Owa Daim Shrine. Yes! As I said before, from this point on, I'm going to be skipping all of these cutscenes because I really like to save a little bit of time whenever I do these, and because, well, they're exactly the same every single time. Even for entering each of these. Of course, there would be text saying, to the chosen by the goddess, I present this trial, or something like that. The same exact piece of text will be said in every single one of the shrines, just with a different name of each of the monks.
Sheikah site authenticated. Distilling rune.
This you cannot skip though. And done. A little bit of important, like, symbology, or rather imagery, is the fact that these pedestals, these stones, are distilling a rune, and it comes out in the shape of a tear coming from an eye. That is the symbol of the Sheikah, and that has always been the symbol of the Sheikah, and it's more prominent than ever in Breath of the Wild, which is also a very, very neat piece of, you know, a very very neat thing that they did for this game. Now we got stasis. Stop the flow of time for an object. Stops an object in time while storing its kinetic energy. The stored energy will act upon the object when the flow of time resumes. Making good use of the stored energy can move even the largest of objects. Alright. Rune extracted. How will we use it? Well, we can see this over here, so we can stop it in its tracks and allow us to cross, and you can just return it back to normal. The amount of time that you stop something will also be equiparable to the amount of time that you need to wait in order to use the rune again. Hello, ball. Goodbye, ball. If you do this, we're tired. Oh, just in time. I might not actually make it, so I'm gonna go down. Yeah. We could have gotten hit by that ball. You don't really need to use stasis on the ball at all. You can just make this. Say hello to a Traveler's Shield. Do we have space for shields? Yes, I do remember getting one of my shields destroyed. So yeah, now we got a shield that is a little bit better and more powerful than the Boko shield. Owa Daim Shrine, we got that. I will be getting into hero mode way later, don't worry about that. And our own sledgehammer, which is way above the power of the weapons that we have currently. So, this is time to say goodbye to one of the Traveler's Swords. If your weapon is glowing, it means that it has not been used and its durability is full. If it's not glowing, it means that it has been used at least once. So if you want to get rid of one of them, I would suggest getting rid of the ones that are not glowing. There we go. If you hit something, you can give it momentum, and if it goes back into a regular flow of time, it will immediately move. There we go. We got all of them treasure chests, and we have finished yet another one of the trials, the shrines. And once again, we have gotten ourselves a spirit orb. That's number 3, so that means that we are missing only one. May the goddess smile upon you. And thus, the monk disappears into the wind. Alright, now that we're out, it's about to be day again. Well, no, it's morning. Welcome. Welcome to morning. It's 8:45. As you can see, we now have a weather indicator down there. It's important to pay attention to the weather because, you know, it might rain, it might be thundering, you might want, you know, some sun, or sometimes it's just good to know how the weather is doing. Oh well, I forgot about that. You can also do this. We did it with a ball inside of the shrine, but it's not limited to the shrines. You can also do it for, you know, regular rocks out in the open. That's another bow, and I think we're full on those. However, we do have a few Boko bows that we can manage to get rid of. Let's get rid of the one that we were using before. And this will allow us to get another Traveler's Bow. Good. Now, climbing all the way up, no easy task. There's another bit of advice. You can run up steep hills like this. Even if it doesn't seem like it, even if you start falling down, if you run, you can save up stamina that would otherwise be used for climbing. This way, you will get a lot further. And there's another sledgehammer, just in case you wanted it. Which I do want it, because it's going to be very useful for us later on. I will drop the Boko Spear for now. That's just 2 damage compared to, well, 12. That's just gonna be a lot more useful. And just climbing up. Oh, the temperature is getting dangerously low. Find warmth soon or you'll take damage. This is, this is exactly why we crafted the spicy elixir over here. If we drink it, our thermometer over there dropped the blue part. The blue and red parts are the dangerous parts of the thermometer, meaning that if our temperature goes into one of those areas, we will start taking damage gradually. So far so good. We had something that prevented us from getting damage. Or, yeah, from suffering damage from that. Now, well, there's a lot of rocks, but we don't have a lot of time to waste. So let's start moving. I do kind of want to do a lot of stuff up here, but I don't have the time due to us not having something that allows us to resist the cold for longer. So for now, I guess it's just gonna have to be ourselves and the world, and we're gonna have to go get the shrine ASAP. We're still saving. Of course, if you save while going around, you can always press the start, or well, the plus button, and select load save. That will immediately bring you back to wherever the saving icon was, or popped up rather. It's very, very helpful, especially in cases such as this. For example, if you end up losing a lot of time by going on a route that you should not have gone into, and you want to redo with the exact same elixir that you used, you can just reload like that. I personally don't do it because I like to stick by my choices, and I think that's just fun. That's a funner version of the game, like just playing with your choices and getting screwed by your choices at the same time. I just think that that's a lot more fun. And welcome to shield surfing. I'm gonna break it soon. Shield surfing is a special move that was introduced in Breath of the Wild. If you jump, press the shield button and the A button in quick succession, you will start shield surfing. It's a very fast way of travel, especially downhill, and the mechanics differ a lot in between surfaces because of the friction. You know, as I said before, this game is physics-based, so the speed at which you slide will vary depending on the surface that you are sliding in. Say hello to more bokoblins! Bam, bam, bam! You're down! Bam, bam, and I do not want to get hit by that rock. Done! Another very good way of staying warm in the cold is staying near fires. If you can grab fire with a torch and just keep it with you, it will not let you take damage because it will increase your temperature. So now we know there's two ways of actually preserving your temperature or your health through extreme climates. The first one is eating something that will keep you warm on the inside, making the dangerous temperatures go even lower or even higher. Or having fire or something cool with you at all times, making your body temperature on the outside either lower or higher and protecting you from damage. We have arrived, though. To the Keh Namut Shrine and the Cryonis Trial.
Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling room.
This is one of the more interesting runes, I think, in this game. This is, of course, you already saw the name of the trial. This is a Cryonis rune, and it allows you to create a platform out of any surface or body of water, or liquid rather. Create a pillar of ice from a water surface. Build ice pillars that are very stable. These pillars can be used as stepping stones or as obstacles. Use Cryonis on an ice pillar to break it. Rune extracted. Alright, now that we've gotten that, we can create a pillar over here, because the surfaces inside of shrines are not climbable. You cannot climb these. And as such, well, it's useful to just be able to create a surface that you can climb up on. Use it as an obstacle. And defeat that little guy. These are also guardians, but these are called guardian scouts. Also, there's this one thing over here, and you can use them as platforms, just to make yourself rise. There's a Traveler Spear. I don't believe we do have any more space for weapons. And, well, I will be using the torch. So, how about we dispose of this and open? It's a 3, so I really don't want the Traveler Spear, but the important thing is that the item is outside of the treasure chest. Now let's rise, make it rise, and jump. You see, these puzzles for now are very simple, but later on they will increase in, complexity. We have gotten every single one of the treasure chests, and as such, hello.
resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero.
And as such, we just got another spirit orb! That's number 4. Thank you very much. We're out. Huh? Oh. Hello.
With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Extraordinary. That means it is finally time. Link, it is finally time for me to tell you everything. But first...
What do you mean, tell me everything?
Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines as the end points. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? Where 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross. There, I will be waiting.
Alright, we still have some time for the cold resistance, but let's do what he said. A line from here to here, and a line from here to here would cross exactly at this spot. Let's mark it, and we will be going there momentarily. Let's use the little protection that we still have to come down here and find a way back down. This way is way closer to where we've begun than you would ever imagine. I still want to go, There we go, and I think we're good to go down now. We still have 20 seconds of protection, and we did not get hurt from fall damage. Why did I do this? If we don't have a lot of time here left, well, it's because of this. You would see Cryonis. We can use Cryonis over here in order to lift that log a little bit. I kind of failed at it, though. Well, can I destroy that? Thank you. I'm kind of failing here, and I fear that we might actually start taking damage soon. Yep, okay, fine. It's because I wanted to come over here and grab this. But you kind of need some stuff there beforehand, so I guess first I'm gonna just get a game over. Alright, once again with the 51. Instead of doing that, how about we come over here? Oh, come on, jump. And get this chest instead. What will this give us? An opal. That gave us an opal. Okay, cool. Oh, just climb up. That's too close. Alright, fine. We don't have much in the ways of resistance for now, so how about we grab a torch? Take it with us. I will also eat something just in case, so that we don't immediately die. So grab some of this and eat the apples. And eat the seared stick that we got. No, actually, we can just eat this. That's fine. Be careful with those. If you expose them to fire, they will very much explode on you. This is not gonna be easy. I'm going to die. Yep. Oh god. Oh gosh. Rushing is not okay. I just decided that it would be way better if we just warped back to the Shrine of Resurrection and just went from there. I'm so sorry. But I am going to show everything again. Don't worry about it. Alright, we're back at the Shrine of Resurrection, and there's still one big area of the plateau that we have yet to explore. Even though we have already all 4 of the shrines, there was this big forest that we didn't really explore much of. So I do kind of want to take the time and come into the forest. Of course, climbing down would be the better option for me, just because I don't want to die again. If you want to go down easily like this without getting hurt too badly, you can also just let go and slowly make your way down. If you are able to just still grab the surface of a cliff. And look at that! We got a boar in the distance. If we are stealthy, well, maybe not. Maybe we'll still see us and still run. Fine then, be that way. It is important for us to grab some of that, though. Well, at the very least it is for me. Oh, hello. This is a very neat area with a lot of, stuff. There's mushrooms. And there's also this guy over here. Say hello to Stone Talus. This is the Stone Talus of the Great Plateau. And it's one of the major mini-bosses, or rather one of the few mini-boss types in this game. I really don't want you to throw me off, so I'm gonna jump off before you do that. Thank you. These are made entirely out of rock, and they have one weak point on their backs. Different spots for each and every single one of them. There's multiple Stone Taluses, of course. And if you manage to hit the weak point whenever it's not looking at you or trying to shake you off, it will indeed crumble. That was a critical hit, so that's good. That's a Traveler's Sword done. But now we got the Sledgehammer. I'm gonna go into charge attacks. You can do this. Keep the button pressed and that will make you charge an attack. As long as you charge an attack, you will keep attacking with a long two-handed weapon. That means that for Stone Taluses or for enemies that take multiple hits to kill, you will be... Okay, I thought that was going to be something different. That's good. Another one of those. Down you come, and up we go. So once again, let's do a charge attack, and you are done! That's a goodbye for the first Stone Talus. Indeed. And Stone Taluses drop a lot of different types of stones. For example, we got Flint. Strike it with a metallic weapon to generate a spark. This portable fire starter breaks after one use, but it can create a long-lasting flame if you use it near firewood. We got a couple of Flint pieces. We got another ruby. We got another opal, but I didn't have a register because I got a game over. We got some more amber, and we got a Hylian shroom outside of that. Now that we've gotten that... Oh, another amber. Now that we've defeated this Stone Talus, I'm gonna commemorate the event by marking this very same spot with a gem stamp. I will be doing this for every single one of the bosses that we defeat in the overworld, and so I want to keep track of all of them. I will have shown by this point how many are in the game, but of course, that's just half of the fun. Finding them is part of the fun, fighting them is part of the fun, getting the materials is part of the fun, but there's still more surprises to be discovered with all of them. Hey, another rustic broadsword. That's gonna be helpful. That's better than the Traveler's Broadsword that we had beforehand. So that's cool, I guess, I suppose. Alright, so that was what I wanted to do on this side of the map. There's still a few things that we can get. Oh, Hyrule Herbs. This healthy herb grows abundantly in the plains of Hyrule. Cook it before eating to increase the number of hearts it restores. Good. Alright, I'm not entirely sure if this is the way that I wanted to go. I'm actually pretty sure it's not. I should think that I want to go the other way. But I'm just exploring about... You know, this game is so big and it has so many layers that there's still things that a lot of people don't know about the game. There's still things that are being discovered, still new strategies for speedrunning. There's just so much about this game that is being discovered, that is still new and awaiting to be discovered, exploited. Yeah, there's just so much, man. There's just so much to Breath of the Wild. I love it. I love it so much. Hello, Summerwind Butterfly! And let's keep rolling. I kind of want to avoid this camp. Specifically, there's no reward that I think is very beneficial to us. So as long as they don't spot us, and we're not super noisy, yeah, we can just get away. When an enemy spots you like that, it will have a question mark above their head, If their question mark gets fully red, it will turn into a yellow exclamation point, and that means that they will have fully spotted you, and they will call for reinforcements. I don't think there's anything else to get over there, and now we can freely explore the world around us. Cool! If we went back, if we had come here before getting the 4 shrines, we would have been able to see the old man near this place hunting. Get this, a high-tailed lizard, a lizard found throughout Hyrule. It's a bit slow to react at times, but if given a chance to escape, it will dart off quickly. Cook it with the monster parts for a speed-boosting elixir. It's important to grab as many materials as you can, just for the sake of having the materials, because you don't never know when you will be using them. Of course, for example, that coarser bee honey that I just grabbed may become useful in the future. Whenever you have a big swarm of bees running in behind you, grab a weapon and hit them twice, and that will make them disperse. Alright, that was good enough. Let's keep moving. There's a lot more stuff to explore over here, and I do want to get through everything else that there is in the Great Plateau before going over to the place where I put the other marker. For example, this. There's flowers over here, then when you touch them, spawn other flowers around in the world. And the final one is white, giving yield to another one of these guys! Yahaha! We got number 3 Korok Seed. Number 3 Korok Seed is the number of the Korok Seed that we just got. If you hit a boar in the face, it will count as a critical hit, and you will defeat them. I didn't do that for this one, but now we got some raw meat, which is very good. It is very, very good. That's another high-tailed lizard that I just missed. Good enough, I suppose. If you have some fire, you can do that over here. There's some firewood, and there's that over there. So you can actually use the flint to do this. We know that we can get some fire elsewhere, so we're not gonna spend it on that. Except, I guess we kind of are going to. Anyway, we're going to use the flint anyway. Fine. Let's do that. If we come over here, sort it out, and you will find the stones over here. Let's grab the flint, put it down. Sure, we can put it down here. And then just with a metal weapon, flint, and that's it. Now let's grab our torch, grab the fire, and if we come over here, you can't run while grabbing any other weapon or torch or anything else because that will put away the weapon. But if you keep the attack button pressed whenever you have a torch out, it will try to ignite whatever is in front of you. By doing that, we uncover a rock, and if we lift it, it's yet another Korok Seed! That's number 4. I think there's a total of 15 in the Great Plateau, and we're going to be covering all of them right now, actually. You cannot get all of them before getting off of the plateau, though, so we will be getting to the Temple of Time before leaving. We will be getting to that place marked on the map before we leave for that. Oh, come on, man. That's not okay. That is not okay. Go down. Can't take your arm as a weapon now. Come on. I was about to get a major find with that. I was about to get the lizard. Alright. If you come back here, we're almost back to where the Magnesis trial was. There's this chained to the tree stump, and if you put it back on the stump where it should be, yet another, that's right, Korok Seed. You found me, and that's number 5. We're doing good progress with those. You can Cryonis on the mud. If you go in a little bit further than that, you will actually drown immediately. You won't immediately get a game over, though. You will only lose a little bit of health. And respawn by the shore, if you can call that a shore. Now we got some ice arrows. And if we open this, we got some fire arrows. These are elemental arrows that we will be finding throughout the world, and they will be helpful, just not right now. There's not a lot of things that we can actually use them for, so it's not specifically great to use them. There is a benefit to using elemental arrows around the world and fighting enemies, but I guess it's better that we get to that when we actually can reap the rewards, so for now I'm gonna stick to regular stuff. However, if we do this, boom. Here's some goodness from Magnesis. Here's some more goodness from Magnesis. These will take a little while to break if you're not... Come on. Goodbye, keys. If you're not really using them properly, bring this chest over here to me and give me another opal. Awesome. How about we get these monster parts? Oh, and those. These are hot-footed frogs, a quick frog that can be found hopping around near water. Cook it with monster parts to draw out its speed boost effect. So yeah, if you cook the frog, you will be faster. You know, you can do it just for science. And let's try to get those monster parts as well. Sometimes the objects atop of Cryonis platforms will sort of slide off. Don't worry too much if that happens. That just happens from time to time. So yeah, don't worry too much about it. You can just Cryonis again and try to get them. Got some amber. Now there's another couple of things that I skipped that I would like to fast travel to, but there is, I think there was some other things that I could get around here. Yeah, there's another one over here, somewhere around. There should be another one around here too. And we should be getting back to this. No, not there, but over here. There's a lot of Korok Seeds over at the top. For now, I think it's best if I just come over here. That's the nearest place to where the mark in the map is. Alright, we're back at the Baij Shrine. Now, there was this one thing that I kind of skipped over before, because coming over here, if you see this, there's another EX treasure chest, and if we open it, we're gonna be getting a Nintendo Switch shirt. We can equip that for now. I have no trouble, no qualms using this. So why not? Let's just do that. And now let's make our way over to that building. Let's try to search these as much as possible. Don't worry too much about the stall things. Just search as many of these as possible. You will appreciate the materials later on. Trust me on this. It's better if you do. It's better if you do right now. All right. Huh. Well. Look at that. It's nighttime again. The cycles in this game, the cycles for night and day, they can feel a little bit long, but if I'm being 100% honest, it just feels good. It feels good to see the night passing by, turning into day, and the day coming up whenever it's dawn, whenever it's the time for twilight. It all feels good. Welcome to the Temple of Time, guys. How many times have I welcomed you to something this episode? Plenty of times, I would think. Before going up to the exact place where the lines would meet, inside of the Temple of Time, there are statues of the goddess Hylia, and we can pray to that. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4, I will amplify your being. So tell me what it is you desire. In this game, instead of pieces of heart, and instead of any other type of upgrade to your actual person, you decide if you want a heart container or stamina vessel whenever you get 4 spirit orbs. I am going to upgrade stamina because that is the one thing that we will be using the most throughout the entire game. We can deal with anything concerning our health in a variety of ways, but it's not going to be as easy to deal with stamina. We will need a lot of elixirs if we want to deal with stamina efficiently, and that's just not how I do, so I'm not that very good at that. So now let's just do this. Huh?
The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Old man, the weird fire around you, it kind of concerns me a little bit. Alright, let's jump up and start climbing. With our newfound stamina, of course you're able to do this. Oh, actually, there's stairs right here, so no need for climbing needlessly like that. If you climb normally on stairs, your stamina will recover, so you can just jump for convenience and keep moving. Our newfound stamina will still be of use, though. Don't worry about it. There's the old man. However, old man, I'm sorry, you did tell me that hide places were very useful for lookout. So I'm gonna take a little rest down here, and I'm gonna climb all the way up to the top of the temple. Over here. All the way up. All the way up. And while we are looking at these lights and recovering our stamina, we examine for yet another Korok Seed. Yahaha! We found him. Bye-bye. Just look at this. Just look at this world and tell me you're not excited to explore all of this. Because everything that we can see, we can go there. Alright, let's climb down now. We should actually try to talk to the old man. Without dying, of course. That would be great, without dying. Hey, old man. I'm here. I got here.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists.
This is King Rome, the last king of Hyrule.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, bravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here is the paraglider, just as I promised. An item that you received from the king on the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you're in the air to use it. And we are now done with the isolated plateau main quest. With that, you should be able to safely fly off to the cliffs surrounding this area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. I will do my utmost, Your Majesty. For our kingdom. And for the princess. Alright. Oh. That was a lot of information now, wasn't it? I won't be ending the episode just yet because we still have a lot of seeds to grab, a lot of Korok seeds to grab. But now we have this, so that's cool, right? Before doing anything else, I'm gonna come over here using the paraglider. You can travel very, very fast, especially from high points. And coming down here near the house where we saw the old man resting at, we will be able to do something. Remember how he was talking about a warm doublet before? There are 2 ways in which you can actually get the doublet. First is to cook together a meal consisting of spicy peppers, raw meat, and Hyrule Bass. When you do that, you will get the meat and seafood stir, or that. When you do that and you talk to the old man, you will be able to get a doublet before going up and before getting the shrine. If you get all 4 shrines and talk to King Rome, coming back to his abode and opening this will give you the warm doublet anyway. A warm pullover typically worn by mountain folk. Its sturdy fabric and thick gloves are great at retaining body heat. That is the king's gift to us. If you come up here, we can just examine this, and hello, there's another one. We found him. Cool. So, what I recommend doing, now that we've gotten that, is quickly jumping off. Now, hear me out. If you jump off before getting the paraglider, you would just get a cutscene of you blanking out and coming back all the way up. Now that we got the paraglider, we're able to leave the plateau freely. So, I recommend that you leave the plateau, which is exactly what I just did. And in the middle of your flight, doesn't really matter where, open up the map and return to the Shrine of Resurrection. Alright, so there wasn't much of a cut there. Yeah, it is better, now that I now that I think about it, to come over here in the back. Remember that we had a little Korok friend over at the back here. Well, if we just jump down here and whoop, use the paraglider just to fall down, there should be, yep, welcome to the Kingdom of Hyrule. And right over here, well, there's just another one of these. So get out of the way, door. It's not the same one that we did move before, though. And we get yet another Korok Seed. Yay! Bye-bye. Now that the Kingdom of Hyrule, or Hyrule Kingdom message popped up, we can go back to the Shrine of Resurrection and we'll get to all of the other Korok Seeds that we missed. Alright. So first off, if you want, alright, yep. Now that we have been out of the plateau for 1 second, we are gonna be unlocking every single quest from the DLC, which I will be covering at some point. Don't worry about it. When it is time, it will be time. There are a lot of them, though. There are a lot of them. EX treasures and whatnot. There's a lot of them. Let me examine this over here, right where we awoke back again. There's gonna be a Korok! This Korok will only appear after you leave the Great Plateau for the first time. So, now that we did, we got a Korok. And a seed. Merchant Hood. There's a lot. The Garb of Winds. And a Server King. Yeah, a lot of the things that were added as DLC are references to other pieces and bits of the Zelda franchise. And there's a nod to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well. That's the last one. That's the last one added. Alright, now we can truly begin to go for everything that we missed before. Alright, so first of all, I'm gonna switch my, okay, here we go. I'm gonna switch my shirt over to the warm doublet. I'm sorry, Nintendo Switch fans, I'm gonna do that. Because we kind of need it. Over here. I kind of did forget to come over here and grab this one. As we do this, there's another Korok. Right from the entrance. Good. If we check our map, that means that we got in 1, 2, 3, and 4 over here. I don't think there's another one over here. I'm gonna go check real quick. Oh, there's more frogs. Give me frogs. Give me more frogs! Unless I get tired and there's no more frogs. Alright, we got that one. I should just jump out of here. Alright, over here where there's the big bit of mud. If you come over here, there's this rock. And below the rock, there's a rock. And if you grab the rock, there's yet another Korok Seed. Look at that. Yeah, Korok. Bye-bye. Alright. Alright, next up, what we're going to do is, well, we first are going to eliminate this pin because we've already gone there. And now we're going to go to the Owa Daim Shrine. Let's travel all the way over there. Alright. Climbing back up the same way that we did before. In order to get to the shrine, to the other shrine, rather, we're going to be coming across, rather, a lot of Korok Seeds throughout the snowy plains. This is where we will find the rest of them. So, alright, if we look at the map, over here, there will be some over through this side, just a couple. Here, and another one over here. With the added bonus of having some more below this point over here and over there. Alright, I know it looks like a lot, but trust me, it's not really bad. I do enjoy going after the Korok Seeds. They are a lot. There are a lot of Korok Seeds in the game, and that might be the one thing that is probably very daunting when looking at completion for this game. But if I'm 100% honest, just looking, exploring the world, getting to see the seeds appear out of nowhere, like the Koroks and the different puzzles that they have, some of them are actually very creative. Well, that's one of them gone. And they're afraid now. Well, I didn't really explode anything, so how about we try doing it with this one? Push it over to that side. Well, also didn't do it. Well, I'm not gonna stay and have them try to fight me. Probably would have been like a couple of maybe rupees from over there. As you can see, wearing the warm doublet will let us wearing the warm doublet will actually let us stay in the cold weather without actually getting hurt, and we don't really need to eat anything else. We're just good the way that we are right now. No other additives needed. Alright, all the way over here to the, well, wall? Frontier? How would you call this? Yeah, I would guess the wall of the Great Plateau. It goes around. It's like the Great Wall of China for some reason. But okay. You can try to come over here on this side, but you'd be better off coming down because here's the Korok. Thank you. Bye-bye. And we can just keep trekking along through this side. Now, this is a slab of stone, so we cannot magnesis it out of the way. We can stasis it, though. Like that. Hopefully that's good enough. It wasn't, but at the very least it let me come over here. You may take a few tries in order to do some of these little puzzle things. So 1, 2, and this should be it. There we go. Goodbye to that slab, and now we got the little Korok out. We found him! And that's another Korok Seed. We've gotten 13 so far, which is great. Awesome, I would say even. And don't worry about trying to get all the way back up from this side. It's really not easy to do, so if you just run around, you'll find the other end of the wall eventually, and that will make things easier. Climbing in this game is a very instrumental part of it, and knowing how to climb will make it a lot easier for you to traverse throughout the world. Knowing when you cannot climb something, learning to estimate if you can or cannot do something with the current stamina that you have, or if you're going to need extra stamina, regardless of the amount of, actual stamina wheels that you have, will be a very instrumental tool. The thing is, it varies by which point you want to start climbing through. It also varies because, well, it's very different the way that you climb if you start jumping around than if you are not jumping around. Okay, this is another type of puzzle. Whenever you see a shape like this that is incomplete, usually if you go running around in the direction that the hole is in, you will find another rock. And if you push or throw the rock all the way over to where the little hole is in the shape and complete the shape, in this case a circle, you will get a Korok. Thank you, Mr. Korok. Got number 14. Which means that this one has been got. Time for the greenie. Time for the greenie. I think that one is actually below. May have made a mistake when labeling that one. All the way over here, all the way over here, all the way over here. Yes! Okay, yeah, I did mislabel it a little bit. It is below, on this side over here. Say hello to Magnesis Puzzles. Welcome to Magnesis Puzzles. Alright, so whenever you see these, you're gonna find some shapes. I think it's on the other side of this little ridge over here. Yeah, you will find some shapes, and you should replicate the one that seems to be complete with the other one. If you replicate it correctly, Magnesis piece will stay in, and you will get another Korok. Got another one. That's number 15. We're making great progress. There's a lot of Koroks. Alright. Trying to do this, jumping back up. If there is a place that you find where you can, get a footing again, just rest, and you can still climb. This is also very important because the places that you can find footing in aren't really always that visible to you, or you might not think that you can get a footing there, but you can. And that is also going to become a very, very good tool for you whenever you're trying to explore the world fully. Like for example here. We're done climbing. Even though Link is still in his climbing animation, we are done climbing and we can just keep moving. Okay. Would you look at that? Over there, there's another black chest. I didn't really pay attention to all of these at first because we were just going on for the shrines. I will try to make these just part of what we're doing from this point onward. We got bomb arrows, which is yet another type of arrow that we can just, get. For now, let me just put that down. And there's another Korok Seed right over here. You see, whenever you're in an icy area, you will sometimes come across an icicle. Icicles are, well, bits of ice, and whenever you see one, it's a good idea to try to melt it down. We don't really have very many ways of creating a fire, except for the fire arrows, but let me tell you a little trick. If you put, let me put that out away. If you grab a torch, then fire a fire arrow, and hit the torch with that fire, you will get fire for longer. That's a little trick that you can get in order to get rid of all this ice, because sometimes, or rather most of the times, a single fire arrow will not be able to completely destroy the icicles. So do that. Goes little, goes little, goes little, and at some point it will just disappear. After doing that, we can just examine it, and we found him. Got a Korok Seed. Bye-bye. Alright, and now we're all the way back here. Let me get rid of this pin over here. Good. And we got one more Korok Seed to find in this little place. Actually, let me come back. Remember when we were trying to climb down this place? Yeah, climbing up is really not that bad if you come in through the side. That's 3 jumps and we're already up. And coming over here, it's basically the same. Why am I coming back here? Well, as I said, I got game overs. So if I want that little chest over there, I'm gonna have to grab it again. This is something that happens from time to time when playing this game. Game overs are not infrequent. This time I'm gonna make sure to wait. There we go. And now we got the Opal. Cool. Now let me jump back. And how about jumping back? Maybe I made a mistake. Gosh darn it. Alright, it did save that we had the Opal this time around. Alright. Now we can go back down all the way over here. And I did try to show this off before, but now it's gonna be way easier now that we're not pressured by time or just, you know, wanting to survive in general. There we go. You have to lift the entire log in order to do this. And now that that is done, we can examine this little wind thing, and we found yet another Korok Seed. Bye-bye. And there we go. You know, this is what I wanted to show off before. We are all the way over here, and we can actually just complete a little bit of a circuit here in order to go all the way back to where we first begun. I wanted to do it this way. By using magnesis, you can just create a little bridge, and there we go. Not really all that hard, it was just, I was bad. I was just bad at doing stuff. Lots of ancient stuff, lots of ancient things. Let's keep searching. Got another ancient gear, good. You will mostly find shafts, gears, and oh, an enemy camp. You will mostly find shafts and gears, maybe screws. Rather, mostly screws. Whenever you examine those guardians. Oh, more summer wing butterflies. I so want to catch you. There's another enemy camp over here. Let's see if we can't get the jump on them before getting to the very last Korok Seeds. Let's use regular arrows for this. That's goodbye to the sentry. Moving up. And slowly but surely, let's get more arrows. Oh, they saw me. Ow. Alright, cool. How about this one? Okay, Boko Shield broke. Got myself another Boko Shield. That's exactly what we needed. Okay, and I've already showcased this before, but you can also hit people with magnesis. I say people, but it's more than anything monsters. And there it goes. That's another enemy camp done. And if we put this all the way over here, boop. Got some arrows and baked apples. We could cook a little bit more over here. Don't worry, I will get to the specifics of cooking at some other point. For now, all you have to know is that if you come to the pause screen, you hold items and you put them into a pot, they will cook. So for example, if we hold this, this, and this, cook it. And boom. We get spicy meat and seafood dry. That's exactly the thing that the old man was talking about. Oh, old man. And we can also get, you know, mushrooms. If I place like 3 of them and cook them. We get a hasty mushroom skewer and we can move faster after eating it. Then again, we can also do stuff with critters. So for example, if I use the sunset fireflies, let me hold a couple of them. And then I'll come over here and get a goblin fan and maybe a key swing. We can cook them, critters, with monster parts. And the essence becomes an elixir. A sneaky elixir. That's cool. Alright. Now, the last one that we're going to be getting is all the way over here, to the side. Preferably coming here with the paraglider. It is way better to move around with a paraglider, if I'm being 100% honest. Oh, it's over there. I can see the puzzles over there. And right we are. Time for magnesis. You see this. There's a cube. There's an incomplete cube. And we completed it. We found him and we got a Korok Seed. That's number 18. And that's all the ones that we can find here in the Great Plateau. If you wanna look at all the Korok Seeds that you have found, you can just zoom in on the map. But yes, let me just give you a quick rundown of where they are. From over here, on top of the house where the old man was. We got these 2 over here. This one is below the Great Plateau. And this one is above the Great Plateau. Then we got all these over here. Got the one with the log, the one below the rocks, the one below the tree stump. We got the one above a rock formation, the one below leaves beneath a tree. We got a boss. We got this one with the cubes. We got the one near the bridge, the incomplete bridge. We got the icicle one. We got one that was just out there. We got the little circle one, and you can see the rock formation over there as well. All the circles. And these 2, I think I've already gone through them. We also got the one inside of the Shrine of Resurrection. We got one by diving into the center of a circle of lily pads. And we got the one at the top of the Temple of Time. That is everything that we can get in the Great Plateau. Why did I decide to do this? I mean, it's a gigantic game, and the Great Plateau is just the tutorial area. We won't be coming back to the Great Plateau for a very long time. And so, being able to just do that right now implies that, well, we really don't have any reason to come back to the tutorial area for a while. Just as we finish off another camp. Oh, there's another sentry over there, but they haven't really seen us. Yeah, so I just really wanted to show you guys how this world is so much different from every other Zelda game. How it's so much more open. The world really expands as soon as you finish the tutorial area, and now that we've gotten everything in the tutorial area, we really have it finished. And the world is our oyster. Literally, we can go anywhere and we can do anything. Now, don't worry about anything else. I will have you covered for absolutely every single shrine in the game. For all collectibles, all the Korok Seeds, and we will be visiting everything on the map. This is gonna be a long journey, and I hope that you guys are having fun here with me. This is certainly gonna be great. It's gonna be a breath of fresh air. So guys, thank you so very much for joining me here for the first episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I am really excited for what's to come. And man, I really cannot wait to just keep sharing with you guys whatever else comes up in this trip. So far, we've gotten a lot of backstory. We got 4 shrines. We expanded our stamina wheel. We died a few times, because we fought guardians. And we fought a lot of goblins as well. We defeated some enemy camps, got some treasure. We found EX. We fought our first boss. I think we're doing great, guys. So, as the last bit for today, I'm gonna warp back to the Great Plateau Tower. And once again, with a prospect of everything that we can possibly do next. That is going to be everything for today, guys. Next time, on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we head over to the Dueling Peaks, towards Kakariko Village, where the old man, King Rome, told us to go. I will see you guys then. Goodbye.